Hi, I'm Gavin. Welcome to Y Comics. Today I'm going to be drawing a character from my new comic book that I'm working on at the moment. It's a story about a group of teenagers who get trapped in the mythological Irish Otherworld, and they have to fight their way through mythological creatures and villains to find their way home. Follow along while I draw and redraw my characters again and again on the journey to bringing this comic book to life. Let's jump in. I started developing these characters about a year ago, before I even had written the story. Since then I've written about 6 or 7 issues so far. This character is Abby. She's the healer of the group, and she has a hidden magic that won't be revealed straight away. She's the smart one of the group. She's kind, friendly, and she's very trusting. As you can see, I draw these characters multiple times in different ways and changing things all the time. The first drawing here was probably number 5 or 6 of that day. I am not a professional artist, but I did study animation about 20 years ago, and drawing comics has always been a dream that I've never really pursued until now. Originally, I was planning the characters to be more Western comic style, but as I developed them, they started just being more influenced by the anime that I've watched and the simpler style of drawing that I've kind of come to love from Japanese animation. When I started drawing the digital versions, I decided to really push the anime style, really simplify everything. So I started digitally with the front view, and then I used guidelines from that to create the 3/4 views, trying to keep the character looking consistent across each image. Drawing heads in multiple angles like this is something I learned in animation. We would always create character sheets before we'd start any project. It just gives you a good foundation of drawing the character over and over in different ways. It also gives you kind of a reference book for the future. The side profile was the last character head that I drew. It's always a difficult angle. But I think this turned out pretty good for how quick I drew them. After that, I started drawing the full body version of the character. I used the built-in 3D models, the mannequins in Clip Studio Paint, to get the shape of the character's position and pose that I wanted. I knew I wanted her seated because I'm not good at drawing feet or legs. I knew I wanted to draw the clothes because I've been practicing a lot on clothes folds and the shadows and that they create and the way that they drape across a body. I am terrible at drawing hands. This is probably the first time I've actually not completely hated the hands I've drawn. I did redraw them about 10 times each. Just touching up the final details, adding a few more guidelines for where the shadows would be, and then I start the inking process. I'm just using my guidelines and the folds on the cloth that I've created before in the sketching process to basically just fill in as much as I could. If you like this video, please come back again and check out the next one. I'm hoping to release a new video every 2 weeks. Mostly it'll be character creation and developing the style for this comic book, but there'll also be videos on writing the story, editing, and eventually drawing the panels of each page.